Hey, thanks for joining me for another episode of Bitcoin and Coffee. I'll be your host, Eugene Forrest. So today on Bitcoin and Coffee, a couple different things as always, but let's take a look at the marketplace. We got Bitcoin coming in at $1,213.70. We're seeing some sideways movement on the other side of 1,200. That's good. That's about what we want to see right now. It starts to, it sets the precedence. It gets baseline going, and it causes slow, steady growth, which is exactly what we want to see. Too much volatility, causes people to be nervous, and, volatility means pumps and dumps. So we got Ethereum coming in right now at $43.17. I don't think this is all that bad. I mean, we keep hearing a lot of people saying $30 Ethereum. Well, I mean, we're still holding on to close to that $45 range. So, where is this $30 Ethereum? I'd like to buy some. But no, Ethereum holding good at $43. I do see it slowly going back upwards. We got Litecoin coming in at $9.83. This isn't bad. It sat lower than this most of the day yesterday. There could be some manipulation going on here with the miners, but we'll get to that in a minute. We got Steam coming in at 16 cents. We got Monero rolling in at around $21.76. This isn't bad. We're on the other side of 21. We were sitting below 20, so slow, steady gains from Monero. That's exactly what you want to see. We got Dash coming in at 61.90. This is about average for what it's been lately. We got Zcash hitting 64.36. That's not bad either. So today on Bitcoin and Coffee, we got, let's take a moment and talk about this user-activated soft fork. What is that? It is pretty much all of the users forcing the adoption of SegWit for multiple reasons. They're saying to stop the ASIC boost. They're saying because the miners aren't coming to a consensus, so this is a way to force it to happen. Pretty much all we're doing is, if we do this, is we're strong arming the miners into adopting SegWit. And this may not necessarily be the best thing. The miners is what protects us. We need the miners. So forcing them is not, forcing anybody to do anything is never the best solution. I think that this has been a 2-year debate already. So, I mean, there's no need to force the issue at the moment. So everybody needs to relax a little bit on it. And I mean, if the ASIC boost is a big problem, they have created software to stop this. They have ways to stop the ASIC booster without adopting SegWit. So I mean, maybe that's more what people need to be looking into, because I'm much more concerned with the playing field for the miners being leveled before we go back to the contention of whether or not to hard fork, soft fork, the scaling debate. This is an ongoing battle. There was never no news in BTC. So it is what it is. It's just another flag for people to fly under. I don't think that it would be necessarily acceptable to force them until there was a real reason for it. I think at this point it's just more hype. Okay, so next up we got, are we being played by the miners of LTC? I mean, are they signaling and getting it close, making it look like SegWit is going to adopt, so that all of this cheap LTC they had is the price is pumped way up, and then they don't actually signal for SegWit, go ahead, dump all of their Litecoin, and on the way back down, they're sitting around picking it back up again cheap, and then turning around and we're gonna pump it back up again. And how many times are they gonna be able to do this between now and when they finally decide, okay, well, let's just go ahead and signal all the way for SegWit, and then have the price pop and cash out for good. I mean, it's a potential. I mean, we keep watching this Litecoin price go up and down, up and down, up and down. And what, I was just checking it, and we're around 68%. Well, I mean, we popped so hard up to the 68%. I don't understand what the delay is, and just going ahead and signaling what we're missing 7%. That's not very much, considering how much we already have. And with the way that it's been sitting there for days, it starts to get you wondering. We also have that Monero could be coming out, or is coming out, with another graphic user interface in the next couple months. So are we looking at cheap Monero right now with 21.98? New things like this usually cause the price to pump quite a bit. We've seen this with Dash. Could we see this with Monero? It's a potential. According to Fluffy Pony, this is supposed to be a graphic user interface like nothing we've ever seen before. To stop that 95 Windows look, as they say. And then the last piece of information I got for today is that BTC is up in Venezuela over the last week. They've traded over 735 BTC. That's about $35 million. Venezuela is, they're having problems with their fiat cash right now. They're seeing a lot of mass adoption over there for Bitcoin. And this kind of escalation and money moving around there is exactly what we want to see in BTC, because once countries, start adopting BTC, then that's where we're going to see the mass that's where we're going to see the escalation of the price by the mass adoption, causing the price of BTC to travel into, those astronomical numbers that we're hoping for, like $50,000, $100,000 per BTC. Because we have to have such a large user base so that the 21 million Bitcoin is actually spread so thin that the small Satoshi is worth such a large amount. That's about all I got here on BTC. So if you like what you've heard here, I need you to go ahead, subscribe, like, and link to my videos. And let's take a moment and say, we have 500 subscribers. This is amazing. I never really thought this was going to happen. This is more friends than I've ever had in my life. I want to do a live show, separate, as in a way to, thank everybody for, joining and subscribing to my show. But I'm not quite sure exactly how to go about doing this, because now, as I were to do a live show, from what I've watched with everybody else doing their live shows, they seem to have quite a hard time, talking to a camera and reading the questions off of the screen, and then usually there's a lag, and then I'm actually worried that there's going to be nobody in the chat room, which would make for a very boring show. So now I'm having a second thought, and I'm wondering if perhaps one of you would like to, just talk with me one-on-one about Bitcoin or whatever else. If that's something you'd be interested in, shoot me an email, and if anybody really is interested in it, maybe we can do a show where we just talk general, nothing hard or complicated, just, two people having a chat about BTC and what it means to them, and, where we think it's going, and what we personally are doing in Bitcoin. So if this is something you're interested in, it's eugeneforest20@gmail.com. It's also listed down here below. And down there below is also my affiliate link for Genesis Mining. That's a great way to help support this channel and me. And below I also have some faucet links that actually do pay out. I know they do. I've been using them for a year. There's some compounding interest on the one for BTC. The doggies are always nice to collect. The BTC price on them are up right now. And I mean, sometimes it's fun to gamble a couple doggies here and there. So, thank you guys so much for letting me hit 500 subscribers. It's you guys. I'm just a normal guy sitting here talking on a cell phone. So remember, keep your Bitcoin safe.